everyone, I'm Veronica from Ocean Protocol. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to set up two accounts, one for Alice and one for Bob, on Polygon's Mumbai testnet in order to prepare them to trade a data NFT. Let's start with the instructions for this video. They are linked in the description, or you can find setup-remote.md. This file is in the readmes directory of the OceanPy repo on our GitHub. And there are 6 steps for us to follow. Step number 1 is to configure our Brownie networks. We are modifying the network-config.yaml file. And the path names to this file are given to you in the README. If you don't have it, and let's just assume that you don't have it, we can auto-generate it using a import command from the Ocean Python library. So I'm going to copy this code block or one-liner in 1.2. And in order to do this, I need to open my Python console and then paste. And that will have created the network-config.yaml file if we didn't already have it. If you had it, don't worry, it won't overwrite what you had. So your changes that you made to that file or whatever the file was prior to this command is what it's still going to be. So now we can take a look at that file and edit it. So I am going to copy, because I'm on a Mac, I'm going to copy this path name first. It is in the home directory. The Brownie hidden directory is where the network-config.yaml file lives. Same deal on Windows. It's just C/users and then your username, and then the .brownie directory. Dot meaning hidden directory, right? So we're going to copy that file, copy that path name, and then I am going to edit that file, or at least take a look at it, and take a look at the RPC host URLs. So right now you see a lot of Infura URLs, and that is the case with Polygon and Mumbai testnet for Polygon. But we are going to change that. So actually, I have already gone ahead and done that. I'm going to show you what it needs to look like, and then I'll show you the command in the instructions. Oh, here we are. Great. I'm like going through the alphabet in my head here. I'm like, I thought it was like further up on the alphabet here. It is alphabetical, these names. Okay, so we're on Polygon mainnet host RPC URL, and it should say https://polygon-rpc.com. And then for the Mumbai testnet, it needs to say https://rpc-mumbai.maticvigil.com. Now, hold up. Why are we changing this from Infura to these RPC URLs? Well, you can certainly follow these steps, skipping over 1.3 and 1.4, which are mostly informational. We're on step 1.5, and certainly you can use your Web3 Infura credentials if you export them to your environmental variables. You can use the Infura links, but we're going to assume that you don't have an Infura account. I know that actually I don't have an Infura account, and so I'm going to use these different RPC URLs, the polygon-rpc.com for the mainnet, and then the rpc-mumbai.maticvigil.com for the testnet. And we can edit this using vi, vim, a sed command on Linux, GNU sed on Mac. There's plenty of ways to do this. You can also just edit the file in a code editor of your choice too. So I've gone ahead and done that because these changes stick. When I ran that command earlier, it didn't overwrite this file with a new default, so that's good. I'm going to quit this file because we are now done with step 1. On to step 2. And steps 2 through 6 are pretty short and sweet. We are going back into the Python console, and I'm just going to copy and paste this code block here, and I'll let you know what it does. So I'm opening up Python, And then I'm pasting. And what we're doing is we are creating the two accounts, account 1 and 2. Account 1 is for Alice, account 2 is for Bob, and we are creating their private keys and addresses. So you can see that that little chunk of code printed out the private key and the address for each user. We are going to need that information for the next step. Okay, so step number 3 is get fake Matic, and then step number 4 is get fake Ocean. So we are going to copy the address for the first account. This begins with 94B. And in faucet.polygon.technology, we are going to paste. So this does begin 94B. Okay, submit. And then we're going to paste in the address of Bob, the second address. And his began with, let's check real quick, A08, A08. Great. So we're going to give fake Matic to Bob. Okay, and then same deal with Ocean. We are going to click on, and now we're on step 4. So I told you that these were flying fast. We are going to faucet.mumbai.oceanprotocol.com, and then we're going to get funds fake Ocean for address 1 and 2, Alice and Bob. So I'm going back here and I'm going to highlight in order Alice account address here, and then paste it. And then same deal with Bob's address. Okay, and now we are done with steps 1 through 4. Congrats. On step 5, we need to export the private keys to our environmental variables. So this command, I cannot actually copy this chunk here because we need to populate the information. So I'm going to copy here export remote test private key, and then through the equal sign, and then I'm going to paste here in the console, not the Python console. So I'm going to quit the Python console and I'm going to paste here, export remote test private key 1, and then I'm going to copy the private key for Alice. And then hit enter. And then same deal for Bob. Export remote test private key 2. And then copy and paste his private key. Okay. And now we are done with step 5. So we're at one more line here. We are going to open up the Python console. So I'm going to type in Python one more time, and then we're just going to copy and paste this huge chunk. All this does is it basically creates Alice and Bob's wallets, and it's going to assert that the balance of Matic and Ocean for both Alice and Bob is greater than 0. It's super simple. Just copy and paste this chunk of code into the Python console, and it should be automagical. Okay. Now, if they don't have enough Matic or Ocean, it's going to print to the console, Alice needs Matic or Alice needs Ocean, or same deal with Bob. And as you can see, that didn't happen. So that's good. We have created Alice and Bob correctly, and all the steps 1 through 6 are now complete. There could be one error that you could get, like a gas-related error called transaction underpriced. That lets you know it's a gas problem. You can change some of those details, priority fee or max fee, depending on your Brownie setup. The details are linked in the steps. But that's it. If you have any questions, you get stuck, any other concerns, feel free to message us on the Ocean Protocol Discord. Ocean Core Tech is just one message away, so we're there for you. If other people have had your same question, they'll have posted it in our forum, so go ahead and take a look at that as well. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates and videos like this in the future.